Hello and welcome back to Master Game Design, Unreal Engine 5, Stylized Environment and Third-Person Blueprint course. In the last lesson, we left off with picking up finally the item from the ground, and in this one, we will continue with dropping it. So, let's begin. Let's go to our GM harbor, our game mode harbor, and we have created already a function drop. No, I'm sorry. We haven't played the animation. We did play the animation. Yeah, scratch that. So, we're dropping the item. First question. Branch, are we holding an item? Then what do we do? If we are holding an item, we are not holding an item anymore. If it was false, do nothing. But if we are holding, we are not holding anymore. That task is over, that status. So, and after we are holding no item, we do this later. We will set the stats to 0, to null. So after we are holding the item, we spawn actor from class, which will be the item we will drop. I'm gonna split the transform because we're gonna need a location that we're gonna create on the third-person character. Actually, we're gonna get our third-person character. We're gonna get actor location. We're gonna get forward vector of actor. I'm sorry, I need some room here. We're gonna multiply this by a range because this gives us a direction. Get forward vector gives us a direction, and that direction we want to multiply it with an integer, which would be the range we are dropping the item, like in front of me, but how much? Let's say 100. Sounds fine. And this value that okay, forward direction and 100 range to that, but where? So to say where, we're gonna add the current location of the actor. So basically what we're saying is in this point of the world, towards this direction, 100 units, spawn our pickup item. And for the item stats, we're gonna give it the inventory stats. And this will spawn our item. And after we spawn our item, we're gonna set the inventory stats to null. And let's compile and save. Let's press play and pick up an item. Something has gone really wrong here. I add this is valid. Is this creating a problem? Let's see. Yes, this is creating a problem. But this is creating also an error. What exactly is the issue here? Let me think for a second. Okay, really quick, I found it. In last tutorial, I was explaining something about arrays, and I added a bunch of values here that should not be here. They should be empty by default, so I'm gonna delete them. And I also noticed something else, but we're gonna see it afterwards. So we keep the is valid here, and nothing else has changed, except the extra array items that I had added due to showing the example before. Anyway, so compile and save. I deleted them, and now we're spawning the item, and let's go pick up our item. We got that cute little face there. and we are dropping it. Oh, I haven't set up the dropping button. Yeah. So on, let's say, keyboard Q, I'm gonna get game mode. I'm gonna cast to our game mode, convert to pure cast, and drop item. Call this library function that we created. And I'm gonna comment this too. Oh, pick and drop item, show bubble, compile and save. And we're picking the item and we're dropping the item. And if I press Q again, it doesn't drop. Pick and drop. The animation is not playing. We didn't add that. I didn't add that on the drop item. So on the end of drop item function, we should bring our widget reference and say reverse animation. Actually, not this one, but rev and revert my animation. And there you go. Compile and save. And right now we're picking and dropping. Picking and dropping, and everything looks fine. But it's not actually fine. You see, there is an issue here when we are colliding and going away from the item. It cannot really happen, but just for a failsafe, what we could do is before we add an item, ask, let's make some room. Now this is a little bit of overkill, but it doesn't really matter. It's good to show this in any case. We're gonna ask if this is contains the item that we are checking. So if it contains this item, we don't want to add it already. So I'm gonna choose a not bool here. Let's say end boolean. And add these two conditions here. So if it contains, it's true. But we are countering it, so it goes to false. We are reversing, not it reverses the polarity, let's say. And we go to false. If it's false, this will be true, so it will go through true, and it will add the item. Anyway, compile and save. And this is a small failsafe, let's say, so you don't have the item twice in your array. Or you could just add unique.